I was just thinking about it, and like when I say we do constant everyday work, it's really hard. It's really hard to work out like how to how to get across just how much, because there's a lot of stuff we do that really helps, and I'd love to be able to quantify it and explain it in a way that could be like used by other people, and so that people could find a way to like make it fit in their lives. I think one key thing is that when I was studying dog training and behavior, and like when I was raising our dogs, a big thing was getting cues into everyday life and getting it to have like a as and when, using stuff in the moment, sort of adapting and utilizing just whatever's happening to be like, oh, I can proof this cue, or like, so like if I was washing up, I'd have them down, stay in the doorway, and I'd like build up slowly over time and throw them treats and stuff. But just because they were going to be sitting sniffing around the kitchen, and that was going to irritate me, and instead of like having to stop every few minutes and go, what is in your mouth, I could just have them be like, here's what I want you to do, and you'll get treats at the end. That's cool. And like getting shopping out of the shopping bags, he wanted to sniff and steal stuff, so instead I was like, oh cool, hold on to that, pass it to me, good, get a treat. So like just utilizing stuff, and I noticed that I apply the same stuff, I do the same things. He's so cute. He's so cute, oh my god. Oh my god, you're cute. With our nearly said behaviour change, effectively, yeah. Healing. And like anything I can utilize, anything that activates pathways that we don't want to run, we utilize to rewire them. And like anything that I find that stresses me or that scares me or that makes me angry or that makes me anxious, I'm like, ooh, opportunity. And I just had one, and I was like, oh, an example. If I just record enough examples, maybe one day I can edit them together, and I'll have like a collated list of things you can do. Because I'm sitting out here and I'm like loosely aware that there's a house there where I could be observed. So I'm kind of already practicing just being able to relax and let go of that and be with myself and just not act any differently despite potential observation. And this is a low level because it's every chance that nobody is watching me. So it's only like, you know, it's like Schrodinger's observation right now, and I can deal with that level. So I'm just kind of like noticing my breathing and trying to keep it slow and deep, noticing where my thoughts go and trying to be mindful about what I'm observing in them. Hello. I'm noticing like how cute my dogs are and how nice the sunlight is and how pretty the tree is, and I'm like finding things about myself and my existence and the place I'm in that I like, that I want to focus on. And if my energy and my observation and my awareness goes to the fact that I could be being observed, I'll like notice it and accept that and gently take it back to me, and like not trying to like force myself not to notice. There's like a bit of a balance to it, but definitely trying to be comfortable just doing my own thing and kind of having the fact that we could be being observed as irrelevant, because I don't want to live my life anymore based on what other people think of us, could be thinking of us, and how I prevent anything. Like, I don't want to be trying to control other people's thoughts or perspectives of us, because that's literally impossible. Even if you spend your life people pleasing, it doesn't matter. People will still find something to be displeased about. So I'm just wanting to be Jazza, good boy, come here, bud. Good, you good boy. With us and focusing on, oh, you're good, Jazz. Us, and focusing on how we're feeling, and then also focusing on how things, like gearing my mind to sit with us naturally and comfortably, and also gearing it to learn to pick up on positive things that feel good that I wouldn't otherwise notice, because I'm so used to living in survival mode where you don't notice things that are good and relaxing. So I'm like doing all that, and then normally when we come out into the garden, it's to throw the toy around. And when I'm sat here, I'm like lazily throwing a toy. and they're expecting that of me right now, and I notice that that makes me feel like, oh, something I'm expected of, and I'll either feel guilt or like a strong pull to, it's like the prevent and placate, but with my dogs as well, you know. It's like they expect this and I'm disappointing them if I don't do it. They need something, I have to meet their need. It's like the pull of, but also it comes with a bit of frustration because I'm too tired to do that. So instead of sitting here feeling that and getting irritated with them, I'm noticing that that's going on, and then thinking, oh, this is a good time to detach myself and to work on feeling comfortable with allowing other people to be uncomfortable. Like, they can be a little bit confused and a little bit disappointed and frustrated that we don't have a toy. And if I just go, sorry, but not today, and I don't even have to do that, just sit here and relax, eventually they will sit there doing their own things too and relaxing, and they will start sniffing all the treats I've thrown around the floor for them to scent up. And I've got to just, like, instead of focusing on controlling them by being like telling them not today, not today, or like thinking, oh, sorry, we're not doing that, I'm just modeling what I want them to do, which is their own thing, by relaxing and not really paying too much attention to what they're doing in an unhealthy way, but more paying attention to how I feel and trying to soothe myself into being like, people, I don't have to fix, I don't have to change somebody's emotions. I don't have to make sure my dogs are always the happiest they can be all the time. They're allowed to sit in expectancy of me without me fulfilling that. Even if it feels uncomfortable for all of us, it's not dangerous or deadly. I'm just like, I do it. This is why it's like every day. It's like anything I can find, really. Anything we can find. It's getting really cold now, though.